Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Atlanta Falcons and these guys defending their home turf. Jake Bates now, ready to get this one started. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Right up the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Working quickly here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Cut 19, cut 19. 18, pioneer. 7 pioneer, 7.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that means 3rd down coming up.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 18, Rodney. 65, 70, Warrior 70. Check out.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. Get 22 out of that play, and that'll be 1st down Chicago.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
On 1st down, they'll run. And this drives him back at field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. Dose of the hurry up here.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Dragon 60, 60 Maverick, 60, go.
I'll throw it. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. Looking quickly here.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Ready.
I'll throw it here on 1st. That's caught. Here comes Junior Gibbs. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Buys time, rolling right. He loses the football. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Panther 11, Panther.
Back on 2nd and goal. Forced out to his right. That one's incomplete in the end zone. And after the play, one of the Falcons still out there injured. So we'll get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. They've held him out twice. Chance at another stop here. 3rd and goal.
They'll
They'll try him left side. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
The 4-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
18 Rattler, 8 Warrior, 70. 70 Ranger, 7.
Now throw for it. And This defense completes the goal line stand. What a start to their game as they get off the field with a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points in the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again here from the end zone. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. Lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Penix on 1st down. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Throw here, 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
A surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Dump off caught by his back. He's inside the 10. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal. Well, you love when you can go from 1st down to 1st down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. It's why many of these first quarter looks have his name.
And he gets in. Touchdown! The Dolphins just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Quite the throw from him on that play, Brock. I gotta say, he looked like he'd make quite the emergency quarterback for this squad if the need ever arises, huh?
Hey, Kate, I know how this plays out, all right? They worked on it all week. He showed out during the practice week on the practice field, and now he just showed out when it really mattered, and everybody's going to hear about it, and they don't mind, because you're absolutely right. That was a dime for 6.
Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he gets a few on the plays forward. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Penix here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
Gain of 15 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Penix now on first down. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the shotgun, Penix finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First and 10 from the 32.
And the Falcons first down.
Penix is going to throw again. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that is good enough for Atlanta. First down.
Falcons first down. A gain of 19 yards. And
From the red zone on first. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the one. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a first and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to make it in for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10.
Bronco lady. 60 biceps. 60 biceps. Ready, ready.
Dive play straight ahead. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Offense in the hurry up here.
line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and
Back to the well again. That plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Roy Anderson that time with the tackle.
number 8. He was brought down by Troy Anderson.
Wideouts getting involved in the ground game. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. An 8-yard gain. It's fourth down.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to the Windy City in just a moment. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. And they've left their offense out there, and they're going for this on fourth down. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That's what I call a healthy return on investment. You run the toss play, looking for positive yards, looking to move the sticks, and I'm looking for that to be called again.
Each rocks, that ball's free. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And that right there is why they coach you to never give up on a play, Brock. Recover the fumble, and he's able to get him the first down, too.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
79 Broncos. Go.
This time it's a passing play. Chased out to his right. Finds a man right side. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Offensive line fast.
Ready.
Running for the marker on second. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Dolphins take a second quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Bronx. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game. If you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another. And the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Now we see after that play, one of the Falcons having some trouble out there. They'll head out to look at him. First and 10 from the 43. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. 12 yards on that play and a good call. That's in the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
He was descended upon quickly and dropped after a second-yard gain. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Atlanta.
Plowing up the middle. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8.
Brings up second and 8.
They give it to him again. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Ninth play of the drive coming up. They need 8 yards here on third down. Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. Trying for it with Penix. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it. They turn it over on downs. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. There's a dive up the middle. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll run now on second down. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up third and 7.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Completed to his running back. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run here on first down. It's a solid block in there. Springs him for 8. It's going to be second down. Goes to the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
So it'll be 2nd and 2 when we get back from our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is the Dolphins' first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So first down from the 41.
77.
Here's a design run. He is down to the 30-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Ready?
Setting him on the dime. Finds a nice lane there. That's good for 6 yards.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL. On that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Another carry for him. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. But the Dolphins able to track that one down and cover it, so crisis at least momentarily averted.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Ready?
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second.
Ready?
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Eagles.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The receiver gets it again. Man, they're keeping him busy. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Dolphins will add to their lead at the end of the half. Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. On first down, here's Penix. Cut down the field, it's Pitts. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
23 yards. First down, Falcons.
On first down, here's Penix. And this won't be Cox. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd and 10. Penix to throw. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Penix to throw again on 2nd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Gets this one to London. Gets it to the 15. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. Looking quickly here.
It's a gain of 55. And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
It's Penix yet again. Throws caught. And on 1st down, no place to go here. They're going to take him out about a yard behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Bates now for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 10.
Falcons, 14.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Panther 60. Panther 60. Ready.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
19 Lions. Ready.
Pass play now. He puts some air under it deep down the left. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contest. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
7 Pirates. Come on, come on. Set. 70 Lions. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready,
Throwing from the gun. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it.
70 rings. Tag. Dragon 50. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 18 Pioneer. 18 Rattler. 18 Panther 11. Panther 11.
Here's the snap on fourth. Bails out of the pocket quick. Pushes it toward the sideline, and he has it. Feet are in bounds. One of their biggest plays of the game so far, and it comes on a fourth down gamble.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Thrown back, gets the handoff. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to not...
Touchdown, Chicago! The Dolphins make it a 16-point ball game. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins take a 3-possession lead. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. To the air with Penix. Hits his running back. Gets some space around midfield. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon first down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. Penix on first down. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Leads into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the third. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Point after up and good from Bates. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 10.
Falcons 21.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Okay, well that one's over the 20 in the landing zone and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up first and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. All right, short of the marker for the moment, but they've got third and short coming up from their own 44.
44-yard line.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Ready, ready. 70, 70.
The handoff on third and short. And this defense is going to win this round. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. Fourth down coming up. Moving quickly, trying to get set. They'll run for this. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. Offense up to the line fast.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Rattler.
First down, play action. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
It's now second and 10.
Here we go. Set. 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
He's going to throw it. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And he'll manage what he can up to the 48. Jalen Walker firing over to take him down.
Jalen Walker. A 2-yard pickup makes it third and 8.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Trap 50. Trap 50.
Throw here, third down. On the move, headed right. Finally lets one go deep left. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
77 Wolf.
They're going for this. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kader Kohu. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on fourth and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1.
6-yard line.
From the shotgun, Penix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Pass kept quick to Robinson. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 30. And the Falcons first down.
Again, Penix to the air. Puts it up to 7. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Pass it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. Penix is going to throw again. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons parlay the interception into points. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball into the 35 to begin this drive.
Ready, set.
Pretty good field position awaiting the Dolphins as they head up here, first and 10.
Get up. Cook. 77 Wolf.
Alert, push.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Crosses midfield, still going. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago!
making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins make it a 10-point ball game. Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. Along the outside, he crosses midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Quick play, and Brock in his stride is already in enemy territory.
And the Falcons, first down.
Penix now on first down. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. 2-point try coming. Penix and his offense getting set.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
That is a tremendous defense. First and foremost, you've got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, boy, that is a huge win for the defense.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Hold the ready.
The Dolphins in pretty good field position here as they come up 1st and 10.
Come on. 60 Maverick. 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats. 18 Pioneer.
Airing it out to start this drive. Completed to his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that'll be first down, Chicago. Offense to the line fast.
Viking 18. Cardinal.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win.
Ready.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Cowboy 80. There he goes. Go.
He's dropping back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
60 Bison.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And that tackle came at the last moment to save the first, didn't it? That sets up 3rd and short from the 37.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Check Bobcat. Ready up.
Back to the well again. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up 4th down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's 4th down.
70 Rangers. 19 Lions. Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. Cup 19. Ready.
4th down. They're going to throw for it. And that's going to wind up incomplete as that gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Offense defense in a hurry up here.
21 yards. And the Falcons first
Throwing
down.
now on first down. Penix. Another one here to London. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. To the line and set. Here we go. First down.
First down.
From the red zone now. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And again, it's Penix.
11-yard line.
He brings it in. And they're going to be set up with a first and goal here from the 7.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal. They're going play fake with Penix. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
It's Penix yet again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Okay, this defense finally said enough, ripped up that script. They have seen him be way too productive. Time to start fighting him for every single throw.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's 3rd and even longer now. Looking to throw. Has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around. They know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
This could be the snap that decides this game. It's 4th and goal. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it. Brock, they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Mustang 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 18, pioneer.
Working from his end zone. Jumped off to his running back. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Working quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 2-yard line.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Looking to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. Big game downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
So flip the field, folks. It's 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory now. They'll work against the blitz. Screen here for Gibbs. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
At that down the distance, this Looking like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Now. Panther 60, Panther 60. 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals.
Here's a quick pass, caught outright. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule. You get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is second down.
Panthers, ready, go.
Here's the handoff. They were ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9. It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Dolphins holding a 4-point lead.
It's now third down and
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back carries here. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Dolphins now lead by 10. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins drive their lead to 11.
Dolphins 45, Falcons 34.
Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Penix working from the gun. That's his favorite target. That's London again. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him.
And the Falcons first down.
Penix out 1st down. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, Penix made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
10 yards to go.
Throwing now. Man downfield, and he finds London. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line.
It's a gain
The
of
Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts.
And the Falcons first down.
On 1st down, here's Penix. Cut near the goal line. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now within 1 score in the 4th. So the touchdown was only a part of it, Brock. They're going to go for 2 now and try to make this just a field goal game.
For the 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Well, the comeback is proceeded according to plan, Brock. That conversion trims this to a field goal game. Now get that ball back, baby. Get it back.
And you know that special teams coach is down there telling his guys that. Don't come back to these sidelines. Don't come off this field unless you go get me the ball to give this offense yet another opportunity.
And the Dolphins get on that football.
Onside kick.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3 and out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3 and out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, you'll buckle it up.
And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
Okay, ready?
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Panther 60, Panther 60. go. Ready.
Handoff running left. Here's Gibbs. And that should clinch the win for the Dolphins. That's enough for a first down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Hurt. Here we go. Stop. 60 Eagles. 6, go.
They'll toss it to Gibbs. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win.
Touchdown.
So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. That is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
52. Falcons 42.
Taylor has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Duvernay on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Penix here from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be second down. Penix. Trying to push deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ballgame. Penix now on first down. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be second down.
I'm not sure if he expected him to go up and get that or not, Kate, or if that was the only spot he felt like he could deliver it safely. This guy's got the goods to bring those types of throws in, but not this time.
Here goes one final shot. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left. So a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Falcons making a 4-point game here in the 4th. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
And he won't reel it in, but wouldn't get them the win anyway. Instead of a 1-point loss, it's going to stay at 3. So in the end, it's a